हेलो फ्रेंड्स एंड वेलकम टू ज्ञान गंगा क्लासेस। और आज हम लेकर के आए हैं क्लास साइंस का चैप्टर नंबर 10 मोशन एंड मेजरमेंट्स ऑफ डिस्टेंस, जिसमें हम कंप्लीट चैप्टर इस एक वीडियो में कवर करेंगे। सो आप इस वीडियो को स्किप मत करके पूरा लास्ट तक देखिए ताकि यू विल गेट अंडरस्टैंड ऑफ एवरी टर्म, एवरी कंसेप्ट। और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए अगर अभी तक नहीं किया है, और इस वीडियो को लाइक करके चलिए शुरू करते हैं आज की ये वीडियो। व्हाट वी विल कवर टुडे, वी विल कवर अबाउट मोशन। मोशन क्या होता है, किसे कहते हैं, एंड एवरीथिंग अबाउट इट। वेज ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट, व्हाट व्हेन इट इज अ मोशन देन ट्रांसपोर्ट भी हो सकता है। ट्रांसपोर्ट इज आल्सो व्हाट इज ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड हाउ मेनी वेज ऑफ इट, वी विल अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट इट। देन the measuring of lengths, we will understand how to measure and why to measure different lengths. Then types of motions, we will understand so many types of motions. So चलिए शुरू करते हैं ये वीडियो। आप अभी तक हमारे चैनल से नहीं जुड़े हैं तो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब एंड हिट द बेल आइकन, ताकि हम जो ऐसी इंटरेस्टिंग और कंसेप्ट क्लियरिंग वीडियोस लेकर के आते हैं यू विल गेट onto all of those on your notification। और आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब भी करिए, और हमने और भी ढेर सारी वीडियोस पूरी साइंस की करिकुलम पे डाली हुई है, क्लासिक साइंस पे। सो आप मेक श्योर यू चेक इट आउट, ओके। सो मोशन, व्हाट इज मोशन? मोशन किसे कहेंगे? तो वी हैव टू पिक्चर्स ओवर हियर। वन इज द ball is staying in the one place, so we can say it is in rest. And in another, the same ball is moving, it's moving from one place to another, so it is in motion. When something is moving from one place to another, then it is said to be in motion. And when it's still laying on the same position, then it is in rest, okay. So here we have some more example of motion. हम इन दोनों pictures में भी कह सकते हैं the bird is in motion because it is flying from one distance to another, one place to another. Then here the girl and the dog are walking, so they are covering some distance, so that is why they are in motion. So with the same example we can say the body is in a state of rest when it is not changing its position with respect to time. एक बॉडी रेस्ट में तभी हो सकती है जब वो अपनी पोजीशन नहीं चेंज करती। किसके हिसाब से? टाइम के हिसाब से। लाइक फॉर 1 hour, for 3 hours, it's staying in that same position. It's not changing its position. Then the body was in rest for 1 hour, we can say. And when it is moving, the body is said to be in motion when it changes its position with respect to time. Here in this case you can see it is changing its position from here to there in just 2 seconds, okay. So its speed is in 2 seconds it's moving. Suppose let's say 5 meter. So 5 meter per second is its motion. Is its speed? Whose speed? The ball is speed. So the body is said to be in motion. First let us understand the motion, then I will clear your concept about the speed. The body is said to be in motion when it changes its position with respect to time. Rest में कब थी? जब इसके with time ये पोजीशन नहीं चेंज करती है। When it changes its position with respect to time, ये मोशन में कहलाती है। क्लियर? एंड with respect to time का मतलब उसकी स्पीड हम निकाल सकते हैं। टाइम को हम मेजर कर सकते हैं सेकेंड्स में। सपोज अगर कह रहे हैं कि अ ट्रेन इज मूविंग कवरिंग 5 किलोमीटर in an hour. So what is the speed of train? It is 5 किलोमीटर पर आवर। बेसिक सा कंसेप्ट क्लियर हो गया। चलिए आगे देखते हैं। आगे और भी मैं मेजरिंग के कंसेप्ट को क्लियर करूंगी। वेज ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट, हमने अभी जाना मोशन। तो जब मोशन है, जब एक मोशन और एक रेस्ट की बात होती है, तो फिर ट्रांसपोर्टेशंस भी तो हैं जो कि हम लोग के यहाँ बहुत समय से चले आ रहे हैं. सो नाउ लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड. वी कैन सी दिस, the ships, the boats. So the boat was one of the earliest method of transportation. जब कोई हमें सामान एक जगह से दूसरी जगह, we have to shift the things, so we have to transport the materials. So the method was through the ship for basically the areas with water, for traveling through the areas of water like a river or oceans. So धीरे धीरे वो जो बोट थी वो डेवलप कर गई शिप में, as we need more things to travel around, या ज्यादा लोगों को एक साथ ट्रैवल करना हो. We designed boats that resemble the shape of, किसके शेप से है? We resemble the shape of fishes or the animals living in water. Then with time we discovered the wheel. Then the invention of carts like bullock carts or the carts driven by hand were the method of transport. Land travel करने के लिए when the wheel was invented, then धीरे धीरे carts came into place. और जब उसके बाद then the steam engine was invented in 19th century. When the steam engine was invented, then it followed a really it revolutionized the transportation, because फिर उसके बाद automobiles आ गए, vehicles आ गए, motorized vehicles like today's cars, bikes and everything. So in just not with the big number of people, or just not for the transportation of goods. After the motorized vehicles came in, automobiles came in, we used to enhance our travel of day-to-day life. कार में जाते हो या मोटरसाइकिल पे जाते हो. So that is how the transportation works. Now let us understand about the measuring lengths. Why we need measurements? कभी सोचा है, मतलब हमको measure ही क्यों करना है कोई चीज? Why we have to measure? Why we have to say that this path is 2 feet wide? So let us say if I ask you, or if someone's ask you that how far is Mumbai from Delhi, आप कैसे जवाब दोगे? आप directions तो बताओगे नहीं. You will state some distance का measurement. You will say it's 1000, 15,000 kilometer or something like that. Or if someone is asking how long is the table, so even if you are saying it's a measure of hand, then 1 feet or 1 hand long, so 1 arm length. So आप कुछ तो measure किए. If you are not saying it in meter or kilometer, but still you are saying it in a measurement of something. So that is why we need measurement. Or what's the difference between the hill and the village? So again there is a need to be a measurement of the distance. So अब देखते हैं ऐसी मेजरमेंट्स के लिए ट्रेडिशनली एंशिएंट पीपल क्या करते थे. वी विल फर्स्ट स्टडी अबाउट द एंशिएंट वेज ऑफ मेजरमेंट. द यूज ऑफ लेंथ ऑफ वंस फुट, फिंगर, आर्म or palm, anything like the body parts. They used to use the body parts as the measurement of tools for measurement. Okay, like this, a footstep, or they used to use the rope, the hand span, the palm length, the arm length, something like that. They used to just measure for their body parts or with a rope. It was inconsistent. बेसिकली इसका ड्रॉबैक क्या था कि ये इनकंसिस्टेंट था. अब हर इंसान का बॉडी पार्ट अलग होगा. माइट बी मेरा हाथ आपके हाथ से बड़ा हो, और योर हैंड माइट बी स्मॉलर देन माइन. सो इफ आई से समथिंग इज वन hand span, then you might say, no, it is true. So that's why ये consistent नहीं है. It is not, it varying from person to person. It is not uniform for all. Okay. So that's why we came up with the modern ways of measurement, that is the standard units. Basically the international system of units. एक ऐसा इंटरनेशनल सिस्टम सेटअप किया गया था, दैट इज एसआई यूनिट का सिस्टम सेटअप किया गया, दैट हेल्प्स फॉर द कन्वेंशन ऑफ मेजरमेंट वर्ल्ड वाइड, जिसको वर्ल्ड वाइड तौर पे पीपल एक्सेप्ट किए एज अ स्टैंडर्ड यूनिट. इफ दे हैव टू मेजर दे विल से इन द सेम यूनिट फॉर ऑल. इफ इट इज the basic SI units of the base quantities, like if we have to something measure in length, then the SI unit is in meter. If we have to measure something, the mass, the weight of someone, then it is kilogram. Or if time, it is basic, the base unit is second. Then it is converted into minutes. That's 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. And if we are talking about more quantity, then क्या होगा, 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. Same with the length. Length में क्या है, meter is the SI unit. Then if we want to have a smaller quantity, it can be converted into centimeter. That is 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. Or if we have to say a larger quantity, we say go to kilometer, we convert into a higher quantity, that is kilometer, and again it is same, that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. So it is same for me. अगर मैं 1 kilometer कहती हूँ तो आप उस 1 kilometer को you will not understand 800 meter, you will also understand 1000 meter. ठीक है. So that is how the SI unit is useful, because it is standardized, it's uniform for all the worldwide. Okay. So अभी तो हम लोगों ने measurements की units जानी, तो अब firstly let's measure some length of a pencil by using a scale. आप ऐसे देख रहे हो, error free way कैसे आप देख सकते हो. If you see from the top, if you see from here, like if you आप सीधे सीधे देखोगे from the top view, then it is and the object is in contact with the measuring object, that is here scale से contact में है, we are not measuring it far away, तो contact में रख करके if we see from the top, and then we will go for the error free. This is the error free way. हमको इसमें कोई एरर नहीं आएगा. If it is saying 8 centimeter, then the measurement is 8 centimeter. And what is the zero error? Let's say if the scale was broken or the zero mark was not visible. यहाँ से ये scale broken है, तो फिर क्या करेंगे? It can lead to the zero error. तो measurements can be taken from say here 2 से measure किया, 2 से ये गया 10 तक. Then you have to minus the difference. 0 से 2 का difference 2 है. So 10 minus 2, you will get again 8 centimeter. तो zero error भी आपने यहाँ पे clear करके इसको error free बना दिया. ठीक है. What is zero error? If the scale or the measuring thing is broken, instrument is broken, and the zero mark is not visible, then it will lead to the error called zero error. This can be cancelled by differencing the mark. The difference in the mark is done, so the measurement is error free. Okay, समझ आया? The correct reading will be obtained by subtracting the value from the full marks and considered as zero. Clear? Now parallax error. अभी हमने error free way पढ़ा था. अब parallax error क्या है? Parallax error is basically this. If a pencil is placed, again the same pencil is placed here. If we see the measurement from top point of like this is the correct position. यही था error free position. From the top, just take the reading. If we take the reading by sideways, like if you look from sideways, any side at an angle, then it is giving a parallax error. Parallax is the displacement or change in the apparent position of object when viewed from two different points of view. This type of error while measuring is called parallax error. Parallax क्या है? The displacement or the change in the apparent position. देखो यहाँ से देखा तो क्या 12 था, इस एंगल से देखा तो क्या हो गया? It became 12.3 or 12.4, and here at this distance it became 11.5. So this way, with the change in position, the change in the position of the object when viewed from two different points of view is called parallax, and this type of error while measuring something is called parallax error. Clear है parallax error क्या हुआ? तो while measuring, what we should do? We should take a caution कि we must put the eye exactly above the point where the measurement is to be taken to avoid the parallax error. हम parallax error कैसे avoid कर सकते हैं? हम वहां से देखें. We should measure by placing the correct position of eye, that is above the point where the measurement is to be taken. Clear? And now how to, अभी तक हमने तो straight चीजें measure की, अब कैसे हमें curve line को measure कर सकते हैं? How to measure a curved line? अभी तक हम स्केल से मेजर कर रहे थे, कर्व लाइन तो स्केल से मेजर नहीं हो सकती. सो हाउ वी कैन डू इट? वी कैन यूज अ स्ट्रिंग or thread like this, a string or thread or rope, then cover, like trace the curve line through it. हमने यहाँ पे वही किया, this is the rope, we just use it from the starting point and to the end point here. So this thread, by this thread we use to measure the curve line. अब ये thread कितना लंबा है ये हमें कैसे पता चलेगा? You can tie a knot over here at one end and keep at the beginning and then trace the entire curve line. Then this stretch that thread, that same amount, that from the knot to the end that we covered. So just take out and stretch it and measure it in as a straight line on the scale. So we can say here it is 7 centimeter long curved line. Clear है curved line कैसे measure किया? So now let us understand about the types of motions. I hope आपको अभी तक का ये lesson clear हो रहा है, कोई concept में doubt नहीं है. अगर है तो हमें नीचे comment में जरूर बताइए, comment section में. I will reply to your messages. So now types of motion. Rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion is the motion when a body is moving in a straight line path. Rectilinear क्या हुआ? If a body is moving in a straight line path, then it is in rectilinear motion. Example, this car is moving in a straight path. So it is moving in what's the motion of the car is? It is in rectilinear motion. It is moving on a straight line. For example, you can say a coin falling from the building, or a sprinter running 100-meter race. Sprinter means an athlete or a runner running a 100-meter race. If the path is straight, then it is in rectilinear motion. If a coin is just falling down from the building, it's also in a straight path, so it is in rectilinear motion. When the motion path is a straight line path, then the body is in rectilinear motion. समझ आ गया? और a group of ants, आप ants को जाते हुए देखा है, straight line में से जाते हैं. So then group of ants moving in a straight line, then it is in rectilinear motion. Curvilinear motion. Rectilinear तो straight path था. Curvilinear क्या है? Curve. Curve से मतलब it is moving along a curved line. So if curvilinear motion means the object is moving around in a curved line like this. The boat is moving on a curved path of waves. It's just moving up, down, and as per the path moves in a curvy way. So the boat is moving. So that is in a curvilinear motion. Circular motion. अब कर्व तो हो गया, कर्व तो कोई भी हो सकता है, अप डाउन वेव फॉर्म, एवरीथिंग इज कर्व. सर्कुलर मोशन क्या है? सर्कुलर मोशन इज इफ द ऑब्जेक्ट फॉलो अ सर्कुलर पाथ. समझ आया? रेक्टिलिनियर स्ट्रेट पाथ, curvilinear curve path, circular motion circular path of motion. If a body is moving, an object is moving in a circular path of motion like this, the car is moving around in a circular path around a tree, so it is moving in a circular path of motion. Example, अभी यहाँ तो ये कार का देखा, एग्जाम्पल में बता सकते हो? Yes, the moon moving revolving around the earth or the earth revolving around the sun. They all are in circular motion. अब circular motion में भी आपको अलग अलग तरीके के मोशन मिल सकते हैं. Revolution. Revolution, this is the example. The earth moving around the sun when the object moves around a fixed center. So यहाँ पे आपका एक center है. So earth is moving around the fixed center and at a distance. Okay, that is a revolution. Rotation, this is the spinning of a ball. It's moving, rotating on its own axis. So when the object is moving in circular path with respect to its own fixed axis, or we know कि earth rotates. The earth rotates like this only in this motion, as I am having the example of ball over here. Along its fixed axis, the earth is rotating. So earth rotates on its axis is an example of rotation motion. And earth revolving around the sun is an example of the revolution. तो revolution क्या है? If the object is moving around a fixed center, it is revolution. And if the object is moving around on its respective axis in a circular path, then it is rotation. Earth के example के अलावा we can say कि blades of a moving fan are in a rotation. They all are in circular motion, but they are in rotation. Rotation इसलिए क्योंकि फैन अपनी ही सेंटर एक्सिस पे रोटेट कर रहा है. इट्स मूविंग. ओके. Vibratory motion, when the object moves in a to and fro very fast. What is vibratory motion? When the object moves in to and fro in very fast. So when we just pluck the strings of a guitar or an instrument, or when we play the violin, the strings of violin moves in a vibratory motion. क्योंकि they move, due to that plucking, they move into a to and fro motion very fast. Then it is vibratory. Oscillatory. Oscillatory motion is the object oscillates again to and fro motion, to and fro along the same path with a constant speed. समझ आया डिफरेंस? वाइब्रेटरी मोशन क्या है? टू एंड फ्रो ही है, बट वेरी फास्ट. एंड ऑसिलेटरी मोशन, व्हेन an object oscillates in to and fro motion along the same path with a constant speed. Speed एक ही है. Ideally, the speed is same. The time taken by the object to complete one oscillation is the same, irrespective of how many oscillations the objects take. तो वो एक ही स्पीड पे. It is just इसमें क्या था? The vibratory motion, it move very fast. अब very fast के बाद वो एकदम बंद भी हो जाता है. And oscillatory motion is it is moving to and fro along the same path in a constant speed, irrespective of time, irrespective of how many oscillations the object takes, the speed remain same. तो ये हो गया आपका oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion के example में human heartbeat, pendulum of clock, these all are the oscillatory motion. समझ आया वाइब्रेटरी और ऑसिलेटरी का डिफरेंस? वाइब्रेटरी जब वो वेरी फास्ट है, उसका स्पीड अभी फास्ट है, अभी रुक जाएगा. ऑसिलेटरी इट इज एट अ कांस्टेंट स्पीड. बोथ आर टू एंड फ्रो मोशन. इट इज कांस्टेंट स्पीड इन द ऑसिलेटरी. गुड एग्जांपल इज ह्यूमन हार्ट बीट. इट इज इन अ ऑसिलेटरी मोशन. नाउ अगेन द नेक्स्ट इज पीरियोडिक मोशन. पीरियोडिक मोशन किसे कहते हैं? व्हेन द ऑब्जेक्ट अगेन मूव्स टू एंड फ्रो for a constant from a mean or a constant position, or repeats the motion, then it is periodic motion. Periodic मतलब the object is moving to and fro and repeats the motion at a certain period of time, then it is periodic. Let us see the example. The girl is swinging here. So it's going to and fro, and it's repeating its motion. Then it is periodic motion. Okay. A pendulum that we learned oscillatory motion करता है, it is a periodic oscillatory motion. Okay. तो periodic की motion उसका हम कह सकते हैं. Or a car taking laps of a circuit, race car, then it is also in a periodic motion. When suppose a runner is there and the hurdles are at a distance, regular distance, so it is jumping at a regular interval, so that is also can be a periodic motion. Next is non-periodic motion. When it is a non-periodic motion, when it does not repeat its motion, it's a regular interval of time. वो कभी रुक जाए, कभी भी चले, then एक regular interval of time नहीं है, then it is a non-periodic motion. What is non-periodic motion? When the object moves and stops in a irregular interval of time. It is not a regular interval. So it is non-periodic. Okay. Mixed motion. अभी हमने इतने सारे motion पढ़े. So you can see this example of ball. You can see it is having two types of motion. That is, more than one type of motion is occurring at the same time. It is spinning itself and it is changing its position. It's going around a linear path. So it is an example of mixed motion, having more than one type of motion at the same time. For example, the cricket ball is, when bowled, shows linear and spin, that is rotation as well. Okay, so it is a mixed motion. Resultant motion. Resultant motion क्या है? The motion that results in another kind of motion. एक मोशन मैंने किया जिसकी वजह से हमको रिजल्ट में एक दूसरा काइंड ऑफ मोशन मिला. यहाँ पे भी देखो, द कार का these wheels are rotating and as a result the car is moving in a straight line. So the resultant motion is car is moving. So the wheels of the car rotate about its axis and as a result the car is moving in a linear direction. So it is a resultant motion. एक एग्जाम्पल समझ आया? जब एक मोशन की वजह से दूसरा मोशन हैपन करता है. रैंडम मोशन example is a good example is a buzz of bee. When the motion is irrespective of any sequence, any direction, it is random. When the motion is in random way, irrespective of any sequence, any direction, any path, it is just random. Buzzing of bee is a good example. Uniform motion. You can see here is in the example, the car starts from its A point and go to E. And it covers all distance in same measurement of time, 1 second each. A to B, then again B to C, 1 second, C to D, 1 second, and D to E, 1 second. So it covered all distance in a uniform, same unit, same measurement, same time. So the body is said to be in uniform motion when it covers equal distance in equal interval of time. कब हुई यूनिफॉर्म मोशन में? when that covers equal distance in equal interval of time. It is in uniform motion. Example, the motion of hand of a clock. It moves in a uniform motion. Covers the same distance in the same interval of time. Non-uniform motion. We can see here the car moved from A to E again, but it starts 2 seconds. Then B to C 0.5, C to D 0.5 and last it's 2 seconds. तो इसमें same distance है लेकिन same measurement of same equal of time नहीं है. Okay. So when the body is said to be in non-uniform motion when it covers unequal distances in equal number of time or equal distances unequal of number of times. Example, a motion of bus or motion of car on a busy path can be a good example of non-uniform motion. It pauses for some time, longer time, then it moves fast or it moves slow down. So it is just covering same distance in unequal number of times. That is अ नॉन यूनिफॉर्म मोशन। क्लियर है? आई होप आपको ये सारे टाइप्स ऑफ मोशन समझ आए होंगे, सब कुछ क्लियर हुआ होगा। अगर ऐसा है तो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर टाइम। एंड आपको पसंद आई हो वीडियो तो हमारे वीडियो को लाइक करके, हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके हमसे जुड़े रहिए और पाइए ऐसी ही इंटरेस्टिंग वीडियोस।